Hello everyone, welcome to another vocabulary session. Today we will review types of pastry. Let's begin with our first one, short crust. Short crust pastry is a type of pastry often used for the base of a tart, quiche, pie, or in British English, flan. Short crust pastry can be used to make both sweet and savory pies such as apple pie, quiche, lemon meringue, or chicken pie. Shortcut pastry recipes usually call for twice as much flour as fat by weight. Then we have sweet short crust or pâté sucré. Pâté sucré is a sweet crumbly French pastry that is used to make classic French dessert tarts such as fruit tart, which often includes a layer of crème pâtisserie or pastry cream. One of the tricks to making a perfect crust is chilling it twice. After you form the dough into a disc, and then again once the dough is in the tart pan. Allow 2 or more hours of chilling time for the dough. Then we have puff pastry. Puff pastry is a light and flaky pastry made from a laminated dough, or dough that is made by alternating layers of butter and dough. The only ingredients to make puff pastry are butter, salt, water, and flour. No leavening agents are required. Making puff pastry from scratch is no small task. It involves wrapping a cold block of butter in dough, rolling it out, folding it over, and repeating this rolling and folding process until you are left with hundreds of layers of pastry dough. Not to mention, the dough needs to chill between each turn of rolling and folding, and it makes the process very time-consuming. When we talk about flaky pastry, is a puff pastry which is light, flaky, and tender. It is made by mixing flour, salt, a little fat, and water to form a dough. Flaky pastry, as I said, is just like making puff pastry, but it has less rolling and folding and it is quicker to make. Puff pastry is used for pies and vol au vent and can be filled with meat or fruit or spices. Then we have chouse pastry. Chouse means cabbage, so in other words, cabbage pastry. Why is this called cabbage, you ask? The name comes from the resemblance the pastry has to tiny cabbages. When baked, the pastry puffs up a little crinkles and ruffles, pictured above. Little cabbages, but instead of cabbage pastry, let's simply call it chouse pastry. And lastly, we have Phyllo Pastry. Phyllo or Phyllo pastry is a paper-thin pastry that is common in Greek, Middle Eastern, and Balkan cooking. When you use the pastry, you join layers by brushing each layer with butter or oil. This also helps as it becomes crisp as it is cooking. Phyllo is often filled in some way, such as the classic dishes of baklava and borek. Phyllo is made from flour, water, and typically a small amount of oil or vinegar, although some recipes use egg yolk. That's all for today. Thank you. See you soon. Bye-bye.